Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here for today's June 10th, 2014 policy session of the Phoenix City Council. We have a packed agenda, so let's get right to it. Our first item is council information and follow-up requests. Do I have any council members that would like to provide
Mayor?
Public information? Councilman DeCiccio, please jump right in.
I have just a few items, Mayor. One, Christina, are you here, Carreri? There you are. Could you please stand up? Christina is our new Chief of Staff in District 6. She is incredible. I mean, she's an amazing woman. I've been actually talking about this before. I said, you know, because I write pretty fast, and I can usually get something out pretty quick. I've never met anyone who can think 10 times faster than me and write faster than me and then do everything faster. I'm going to have a hard time keeping up with her, but she's going to do a fantastic job for the citizens of District 6. I mean, we're incredibly talented to have someone of her stature. Let me just give you a little history on her. She's a graduate of Arizona State University, which is already a big bonus. She's got a BA in history, a BS in political science. She received her law degree from Arizona State University. She is actually one of the top healthcare policy analysts when she was with the Goldwater Institute. She was requested to fly into Iowa to help advise them on Obamacare, access of care. She's one of the top, I believe, in the country when it comes to that. She's been published in the Wall Street Journal, the Daily Caller. She speaks Japanese. One of the things that she put down here, too, that she loves to cook and make hundreds of handmade tortellinis each Christmas. But outside of that, she's just an incredible and amazing woman. I'm just incredibly lucky to have her. We've developed an incredible staff. She's going to help us to drive a very strong policy-driven agenda in our office. One of the first things that she did, she's only been on the job 1 week. She's already looking at the City of Phoenix's workman's comp situation, see if we can save some money there. She's just done an incredible amount of work, and I'm just proud to have her on board. The second thing, Mayor, on Saturday, we're going to have a women's self-defense seminar, 9 o'clock to 10:30 at Mountainside Martial Arts in Ahwatukee, off 32nd Street and Chandler Boulevard. Anybody that would like to go, please contact my office at 602-262-7491. It's going to be with an organization that's involved in domestic violence. Martial arts is going to be there. We're going to be training women on self-defense, but more than that, we're going to be giving them advice, legal advice. There's going to be attorneys there. We're going to have members of the City of Phoenix there giving them ideas of what they can't do in a situation if they're involved in an abusive situation. So I want to thank all the individuals that have helped put this together. It was a lot of work, a lot of effort. Nathan Brown in my office was real involved in it. We've got a tremendous amount of individuals already ready and lined up to go. Third, happy Father's Day, if this thing runs on Sunday. One of the best things that I've ever seen published was one done by Lori Roberts over the weekend. She obviously wrote about her father. It was very touching. It shows that all the things that we do up here and we think to be important, it really comes down to the basics, that, you know, fixing someone's flat tire, fixing your daughter's, you know, flat tire, or fixing her car. Simple things like that are what the children remember and allows you to put things in perspective. It was a very touching and very moving column that she put together. Fourth, Mayor, this city, for the first time, I believe, in our history, we've ever seen a citizens initiative move forward, where actual citizens are moving an initiative forward. They did that with pension reform. They're about to do that with the police initiative. This council, and I'm going to be floating, I'm going to make sure I can do this legally, Dan, but I want to ask this mayor and council to put the police initiative forward on the ballot for November so they don't have to spend the money and the manpower to go out there and collect the signatures. I believe they're going to get it, but I believe that this council said that we're supportive of our police. We want to see more police officers on the streets. There's no reason for us not to move their initiative forward, and I want to get an idea of how to do that, Dan, whether I do it through a memo, if I'm allowed to distribute it to each of the council members. And the only request is they don't have to support it, but just to put it on the ballot. And what that does is this, is it'll save taxpayers over $1 million. It'll show at least the police officers that are driving this and their families and their relatives and people, some of us on the council here too, that we care about them and we think that the voters ought to make the determination. And that initiative does one basic thing, is it sets in place the minimum standards, the minimum policing, the minimum staffing at the city of Phoenix. Right now, we're about 1.9 per thousand. And if you look at the 25 top cities in the country, we are ranked 21st. By moving it up to 2.5 police officers per thousand, doesn't move us to the top, it puts us right in the middle of the pack. But it puts it in a situation where our police officers who have got an incredible amount of work on them, incredible amount of stress on their lives. And I just want you to think about what goes on. The police officer, when they leave their home, their spouses, male or female, will come up to them and tell them to be safe. Be safe out there. Then they have their children run up to them. And I do this jokingly, but one of the things that has me, the thing that concerns me the most whenever things happen is when my mom calls me up and says, "Are you okay?" Because that means that they're worried about you. Most of the things that they look at, most of the things that they deal with is always in the negative. They're either arresting somebody, they're always put into a bad situation. We've had one police shooting, approximately one every 6 days in the city of Phoenix, the highest amount we've ever had. We are down over 500 police officers. These are all the things that are going through their mind. They're asked to be doing an incredible amount of more work than that they've ever done before. And I'm glad that they're doing it. They're doing an incredible job, and I'm glad that they're out there protecting our families. But if you look at the attrition rate, just the attrition rate alone, we could be anywhere upwards close to 150 officers down again next year on top of the 541 that we're already down, even with this so-called plan to hire 25 more. So I will be asking the mayor and the council to move it to the ballot so that they don't have to do it, and it will save taxpayer money by allowing this to be decided quickly rather than waiting till next year. And I just need some staff recommendation on how to do that. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Other council members? Councilman Pastor, do you have anything for council information?
Oh, I do.
Excellent.
I want to wish congratulations to Neighborhood Housing Services of Phoenix on celebrating 40 years of providing excellent housing assistance to families throughout the valley. This morning, Councilwoman Gallego and I had the pleasure of joining the great organization at their home is where your story begins. So congratulations and congratulations to all those families. Secondly, two Saturdays a month, a group of volunteers dedicate their time and energy to clean the Ed Pastor Bridge. And so last Saturday, we celebrated these young peoples and their families with a lovely recognition ceremony, and so I want to thank them, led by Evelyn Shapiro and Jose. Record-breaking heat, and so anybody that wants to volunteer this Saturday will be out there at 7 o'clock in the morning cleaning the bridge. It usually takes an hour and a half because we move really quickly. So you're more than welcome. And thank you for all that volunteerism that they do. It's young people starting from 5th grade all the way to now high school, actually college, one's at ASU. So I like to thank them. And looking forward to our lively discussion today, and please stay hydrated. My son had a bit of dehydration and understand what that means, so stay hydrated. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilman Williams.
Thank you, Mayor. First, for the bad news, I'd like staff to really look into a problem. I heard the apartments on the northwest corner of 35th Avenue and Dunlap have 3 of the units have no air conditioning, and this is an area where there are a lot of refugees that live there, and they have a serious bed bug problem, and I would like that investigated and see what the city can do to get that air on ASAP and then help them with their bug problem. On a better note, we had the charity event. I understand it raised over $20,000. Councilman Nowakowski and I were fortunate to chair it, and it was at the theater. For the first time we had a play, and it was very well attended. I want to thank everybody who attended and helped donate to that, and I really especially want to thank staff for all the hard work of putting it together. Deanna and her group from the Advocacy Center really put a lot of time and effort into it, and Mr. Torres was fantastic. I can't wait. He's already got ideas to improve it for next year, so it will be bigger and better than ever. And then last Friday night was the grand opening of the Cortez Pool, and we had over 500 people come at 6 o'clock for the grand opening. I want to thank Ed for his exercise. And then we had free hot dogs and a movie, and we had over 400 attend that, so we had great participation. I will tell you, the park and the pool were absolutely pristine, looked perfect. Councilman Gates was there. He can attest to it's an absolutely fabulous facility. 2 water slides, actually almost 4 independent pools. I see other people in the audience that were there, and it has something for everyone. Great fun, beautiful facility, and I really want to thank Jim Burke and everyone who not only did the design, but were there and have made this on time, on budget, and open for the swim season. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman. Vice Mayor?
I'll pass.
Pass for now. Councilman Gates?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, wanted to announce that tomorrow morning, so that's Wednesday, June 11th at 7:30 a.m., we will have the grand opening of the new Walmart Neighborhood Market in Sunny Slope at Central and Dunlap. Very exciting addition to the neighborhood there, and it's going to be a 24/7 store, and want to encourage everyone to come out and join us. The manager of the store is a Sunny Slope High grad, so it's going to be real exciting for the community. Also, there are some police precinct changes that have been proposed, and there are meetings around the city that are going to be held where you can learn more about those proposed changes and weigh in on them. 3 meetings that will be up in my area of the city. First, on June 11th, there'll be the Black Mountain meeting for the Black Mountain Precinct, 2001 West Walhalla Lane, 6:30 p.m. Then on June 16th, the Cactus Park Precinct meeting will be at 7600 North 27th Avenue. That'll be at 6 p.m. And then finally, the Desert Horizon Precinct meeting will be on June 30th at the FOP 12851 North 19th Avenue, and that will be at 6 p.m. And Mayor, we have a birthday coming up on June 14th. It's the 239th birthday of the U.S. Army, and we want to thank all of our soldiers for all the sacrifices they make for us on a daily basis. And in that spirit, the mayor and council have put together a proclamation here celebrating the 239th birthday, and we actually have a few representatives here from the Army today, and maybe if they could come down, and I think if Mayor and Council, we want to get a picture here with them. We have Battalion Executive Officer Major Tyler Stewart, Jorge Gomez, who's with the Public Affairs Office in the Phoenix Army Recruiting Battalion, Michael Scheck, Phoenix Army Recruiting Battalion, and we also have Sergeant Reynolds with us. So if we can come on over for a
Councilman Noakowski?
Thank you, Mayor. I just really want to thank all those individuals that came out last Friday to the Margaret Hans Park, moving the park. Turned out to be a great crowd. We had about 800 families out there, and the firefighters came out with a ladder truck and started spraying all the kids. They were running around. It turned out to be a great event. I just really want to thank the parks and the rec department for all their help and all their support. Also, this morning, I had the honor and the privilege of dedicating the Trevino Training Center. That's the Firefighters Training Academy down on Buckeye and about 27th Avenue. And what a great facility and great stories that we were hearing. I was in Edmosil last weekend, and my father fell down and he broke 5 of his ribs and got 13 stitches in the back of his head. And while we were in the emergency room, some firefighters approached us, and they were basically thanking us for the support from the city of Phoenix. They said, we heard that there is a city councilman from the city of Phoenix, and we really want to thank you for the support that the city has done for the fire department out there. 5 years ago, there was a kindergarten classroom that caught on fire, and 45 kindergarten students got burnt. 3 degrees burns on them. So it was really our firefighters and our county hospital that went out there and really helped out that community. So they were very grateful. So they wanted to make sure that our fire department, and I know that one of our assistant chiefs are out here, so if you can make sure to thank everyone for helping out. Also on May 23rd at Cesar Chavez Park, we had the Star Spangled Celebration, where we honored the fallen firefighters, police officers, and veterans. Turned out to be a great event. Over 5,000 people showed up. We had all kinds of people helping out, and we created a lane that's an honor lane of heroes, where if you drive down Baseline Road from 35th Avenue to 51st Avenue, you'll see the pictures of all the different fallen officers along Baseline Road. So I really encourage families to drive down Baseline Road to look at all the heroes that have fallen and all those officers, and you can and your kids will really appreciate to see the service that they provided. Also, I just really want to thank some of the sponsors of that event for making it successful. Our Phoenix Parks and Rec Department, the Phoenix Police Department, the Fire Department, Blue Cross Blue Shield, John F. Long Foundation, Mike Curley, CBS Outdoors, Hensley Corporation, All City Towing, the 100 Club of Arizona, and the United Phoenix Firefighters Association, Food City, the Chavez Foundation, Bar S Foods, Taurus International, Arizona Iceman, and Watermill Express. It's all these individuals that really made this possible, and I really want to thank you for making this great day and honoring all the veterans and the fallen officers and firefighters. And we have a couple individuals that we want to give Friends of District 7 to. But before that, I just really want to thank all my colleagues and all of our public safety and first responders for everything they do out there in the community, and keep up the great job. So if I can have, let's see, from All City Towing, I think it's Jeff Dunn to come right up here, and Marcus Torres from Watermill Express to come on up.
Thank you, Councilman, and all the sponsors of that wonderful event in District 7. Councilman Valenzuela?
Thanks, Mayor. I'll be brief. I just want to say thank you, Pat, give out some accolades here. In today's discussion, I'm appreciative that we will be discussing human trafficking and the issue that it's become, and I'd like to thank both Mayor Stanton and Vice Mayor Waring for their leadership on this very important topic. As we approach the big game, the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's probably an issue that we are going to hear more about, but you know, it's happening literally every day in probably every city in this world. So I do appreciate the leadership of both Mayor Stanton and Vice Mayor Waring on it. I'd also like to just say thank you to Dan Brown, Aaron Corian, Iansa from the Law Department, the entire community prosecution team for working closely with community leaders as we work through community issues. It's a program and a department division that that is very much appreciated by the community, and I don't know if we say thank you enough. So to the entire team, I just would like to say thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilman Valenzuela, for those kind words. Councilwoman Gallego.
Thank you. It was my pleasure to join with Councilwoman Pastor this morning in recognizing Neighborhood Works Week. Also want to invite everyone to join us on Saturday at East Lake Park to celebrate Juneteenth and an important milestone in ending slavery. And we are also recognizing Immigrant Heritage Month and the important contribution that many of our first-generation residents have made to our community, starting businesses, helping us improve, and thank you. And then we want to congratulate District 8 resident Walter Dutch During for his Lifetime Achievement Award from the City of Mesa for his archaeological work. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Okay. Mr. City Manager, I just wanted to acknowledge a city employee. Recently, this city lost one of our kind of legendary neighborhood leaders, Donna Neal. And if you were in the city for a long period of time, you remember Donna Neal and all she did for the Westtown area, creation of Kidd Street, crime marches, et cetera. Truly just a legendary neighborhood leader. And we had a city employee, Lisa Hubbard, who had worked with Donna and other neighborhood leaders in the area for many years and developed a very close working relationship. For Lisa, I know it's not just work, it's her passion, and the people that she works with means the world to her. And I know that she's worked very closely with the family and helped the family, helped Jerry, Donna's husband, during this very, very difficult time. And I know she's working to create an appropriate memorial ceremony that will be here at the city. You know, city management has been very supportive of allowing that to occur. And I just wanted to acknowledge Donna and all she did for the city, tell Jerry that we're thinking of him, and also just let you know how much I appreciate Lisa Hubbard and a city employee that goes above and beyond the duty and takes her work so seriously that she gets involved at such a personal level. That kind of professionalism is very, very much appreciated. All right, next on the agenda is consent agenda. Mr. Vice Mayor, do we have a consent agenda?
We do not.
Do we have an executive session call?
Mayor, in accordance with properly posted notice and agenda, I move that the City Council, pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes, Section 38-431.02.a, meet an executive session on Tuesday, June 24th, 2014, at 1 p.m. in the East Conference Room, 12th floor of Phoenix City Hall, 200 West Washington Street, Phoenix, Arizona.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. City Manager, do you have any reports or budget updates?
Mayor, I do not. Given the agenda, I think it's appropriate to move right into it.
Next item